well, we hope everyone will be happy and smiling by the end of this presentation. So,
Okay, we're live.
all right. Well, hey, everyone. Welcome to Saturday. It's a great day to be alive. My name is Paul Hutchings, and I'm excited about this information that you're going to have access to here by being here and paying attention to what's about to follow. I wanted to just give you a quick introduction as to what you might expect and to what this or as to who this information can be valuable for. Okay, because one of the things we never want to do is waste anyone's time. And if you're someone who's here that maybe, hey, this isn't the right place for you, that's okay. We're totally fine with that. And if you're someone who's here and isn't quite sure that this is the right place for you, we want to make sure that that you're clear on what's going to be here today for the next hour. So the information you're going to see over the next hour is going to be really, really good for anyone who wants to grow a profitable, heart-centered residual income on the internet, one that they can feel really good about, one that is stable and long-term. We in our community like to call that freedom. You know, we have a vision here, freedom through principle-centered leadership. So if you're in that category, I would love to encourage you to tune in and pay attention. The second category of person that this might be very beneficial for is someone who maybe is already in a home-based business, but wants to learn more about how to enhance that business, how to do better marketing, how to attract more customers and do business in a better way. This information can be valuable for you as well. So I have the privilege of introducing my guest, our guest speaker today, who's a great friend and business partner of mine. And in case you don't know me, I'm Paul Hutchings. I live in Southeast Idaho, dad of 4 kids. I've been building businesses from home for 2 decades now, and very thankful for what the home business profession has done for my family. It was able to, help me go from living in a 1984 single-wide mobile home to being able to retire in my early 40s. My time is disconnected from my money. I have plenty of money to do the things that I want to do in life with my family, buy the things we want to buy. We were able to pay off all of our debt, mortgage included. And it's just such a great gift. And one of my deepest desires, and I know this is true of my business partner, who I'm going to introduce, one of our deepest desires together is to take this gift that we've been given of freedom and do the best that we can to give it to as many people as possible. So that's partly the reason that we're here today. So yeah, I want to also say that if you have the desire to grow an income from home, whether you choose to, do it with us, we're going to be showing you a business model, which we are very excited about, which we are very passionate about, which we love really like to the core of our being. We really, really love what we're going to share with you today. But regardless of whether what we share with you today is for you or not, I still believe that the information that you're going to see today and here today can be valuable on your journey. And why is that? It's because Mike and I collectively have had a lot of experience building businesses from home. And one of the things that we've seen is many problems that exist in the marketplace, and also problems that hold people back. There are, things to be aware of, things to watch out for, if you're looking to build a business from home. If you want that business to be long-term, and if you want that business to be something that you're proud of. So Mike, I'm guessing is going to be talking about some of those things today. So again, whether you choose to participate with us in what we're doing or not, I still believe there will be some valuable information that you can take with you on your journey forward. And that's a tip too, by the way. If you can always in your communication share things that people will find valuable, whether they join you or not, or whether they do the thing you're inviting them to do or not, that's a really, really, really great way to do business. And so we strive to do that. This isn't this isn't a sales presentation per se, where we're like, we're not here to like sell you on doing something and like closing you in and like, giving you all these like urgent calls to action as to why you must do what we say you should do, right? Like that doesn't feel good to us. And one of the other things that we wanted to do with this business model is to be the change we wish to see in the home business profession. And so we strive to do that. We strive to do things that make us feel good, that help other people, that lift other people. We want to do good work and do good in the world. So with that, I am excited to introduce our trainer for today, who, as I already mentioned, is one of my best friends in the world. I've known him for a very long time, as I mentioned, 2 decades now, and I'm going to see if I can find his bio here and just share it with you guys. So let me share my screen. Let's see, here we go. So, this is Mike Hobbs. He is a co-founder of the Home Business Academy, which is the business we're here to talk about today. Mike Hobbs is a former military vet turned expert internet marketer and home business entrepreneur. He and his wife, Christy, live in sunny southern Utah with their 6 amazing kids. Mike has been recognized as a top producer in both network marketing and affiliate marketing, winning competitions and being listed on the leaderboards for some of the biggest names and companies in the business. He's affectionately known as the president of prosperity, or the Titan of tech, in some of his closer circles, hinting at his talents and passions for helping home business entrepreneurs find more success through innovative marketing strategy. In some what might call a dog-eat-dog world, you'll never fail to find Mike serving in the trenches, showing up to webinars and answering questions in social media chat groups to help those looking to him for leadership. He's truly one of the best in the business, and we are fortunate and honored to have his leadership here with us in the Home Business Academy. So a little bit more about Mike. Mike, before he helped to found the Home Business Academy, he built 2 separate $1 million annual businesses. He's, as listed in the bio, has been a top producer in many different things. And one company that I knew Mike in, he personally sponsored over 2,000 customers in that company. So he's had a ton of success, which is great. You always, if you can, want to learn from people who have produced the results that you want to produce. That's a good rule of thumb. But another thing that I love about Mike, that I'll say about Mike, my kids and I've got 4 boys, and 2 of my oldest sons and I, we watched the movie Gladiator last night, and it's kind of a violent show, but there are a lot of really good lessons in that show. And one of the things that was in that story was, Caesar of Rome. He was about to die, and he needed to name a successor. And he had 2 choices. He had a son, and then he had the general of the army that was, he's leading the army. And the son thought that his dad was going to choose him, and he was fully expecting it. And then what happened was, the Caesar, the father, he pulled the general into his quarters, and he said, "I want you to be my successor." He said, "Is this something that you will do?" And Maximus, the general, said, "With all my heart, Caesar, no." And then Caesar says, "This is why it must be you, because you don't want the power. You are a good man. You have principles. You have morals." And then it came to a point where he was asking about, why not your son? Here's your son. He's the logical successor. And he said, "My son is not a moral man. Maximus, you have known this from youth." And what I'll say about Mike Hobbs is he is a moral man. He cares about doing the right thing. He cares about telling the truth. He cares about doing good for people. And really, that's one of the things that's at the core of what we're doing here together. Is we want to be an example of people who strive to do the right thing. Will we always be perfect? Probably not, because people aren't perfect, but at least we can try. We can always try to do the right thing. We can always do our best to do only things that help people and not do things that hurt people. And I trust Mike 100% in this area. And that is a treasure, to be around someone who is very successful, has produced the results that he has, but who also has the heart that he has. So I'm going to bring out Mr. Mike Hobbs. Warm round of applause. Come on out, Mike. Pass the mic over to you.
Awesome. Always love passing the mic to Mike. Just kidding. Anyway, thank you everyone for showing up, and thank you for that awesome introduction. And it's always cool to be introduced by Mr. Paul Hutchings, because you always feel amazing after. So anyway, let's get right into it. So this is a kind of a hybrid type of mastermind today. As you can see, those of you who are guests here, we have other Freedom Crusaders on the Zoom with us as well. And these are all our new members inside of HBA and people who have been here a while. So they're all popped in here as well with you. But what we like to do is the first Saturday of the month, we love to just open up these meetings to guests. So if you're a guest, type something on the chat and just say hi and welcome, and let us know where you're viewing in from. It's always kind of cool to see the different people that we have. And if you're in the Zoom room, type a 1 if you're brand new. We always love to give some shout outs to our new folks. But with that, I want to just do a brief before we get into, so it's just kind of what to expect is I'm going to just give you a brief overview of what HBA is all about. And then we're going to, so that way you know what you're getting into. And then I'm going to actually go into where you should start, the best place to start. So not only you're going to get a double whammy tonight, or tonight, it's like 7 a.m. and I'm saying tonight, but you're going to get a lot of awesome information today. And if you just tune in, you may find a business that you love, and maybe you won't. I don't know, but the only thing that I do know is this is where you can get the information directly from the founders of the company. So you heard Paul's story there right in the beginning, and just real briefly, I started my home-based journey in 2007 in a deployment in Iraq. You're probably like, how is that possible? Well, I was actually in a tower where we were guarding. We were doing 12-hour shifts, okay? And I was just watching out, bored out of my mind. Had one other, we were literally sitting in a tower for 12 hours with one other person. And we would take, and what we would do is we would be out there for 12 hours and we would do 3 hours on, 3 hours off, 3 hours on, 3 hours off. And you're like, well, how did you do that? Well, underneath the tower, there was a room where you can just hang out for 3 hours on your break. And so it was my turn. My first tower guard, actually, this has been going on a while. I was just like, why did I join the military after doing that for so long? And then I went on my shift for being off. And they call them our battle buddies, right? One of my battle buddies that I was taking a break with, he was reading a book. And he was reading the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Has anyone ever heard of that book? Let me know in the chat if you've heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's usually a pretty pivotal book for a lot of people. But I read that book, or I saw him reading the book, and I asked him, hey, what is that book? Like, what are you reading? And I didn't have anything to read. I was just kind of like messing around with music and and things like that. But yeah, I saw him reading that book, and so I asked him about it, and then he's like, hey, I can give it to you if you I'm basically almost done. And so he let me borrow the book, and it changed my life. I went from sitting there staring out at a tower guard, right, being in the military, not really knowing what to do with my life, to now having new insight that I can actually be an entrepreneur. I can actually control my own income. And that's so huge to make that realization, because there's a lot of people who are just going through life who are just happy or maybe not happy with what they're doing, going to a job. They don't really understand another way, or maybe another way was introduced to them, and a family member said, no, those are scams, stay away, or whatever the case may be. Well, I was open to a new idea. And that's all you have to be, is no open to a new idea. And if you're open to a new idea, a new way of making money, you can do so much more in your life than just an hourly wage. I was calculating, how much I was earning, and in the military, I think I only brought home about $4,000 a month, and that was um, nowadays that's nothing, right? Like $4 grand a month probably wouldn't do me much good in nowadays with the mortgage rates and everything so high. But when I came home from the deployment, I got an hourly wage job at 18.90 an hour. And so and I calculated it out, and I kid you not, it just, like, when you actually run these numbers, I don't think people actually run these numbers. It's pretty sad, because like and you could pull up in a calculator if you want right now and just type 18.90 an hour times 40 hours a week times 4 weeks. That's $3,000 a month. So think about that. A full-time job at 18.90 an hour. Like, because I think what people do is they look at the hourly rate as if it's good or not. And they don't look at the total picture, because I was making $4 grand a month in the military. And when I came home, I was making $3 grand a month at Walmart distribution center at 18.90 an hour. And I thought I had a good job. I thought I was set. 3,000 is literally like your mortgage payment is in where we're at right now, in our area, like rent. I'll just go by rent because most people have rent. It's $2,300 a month for a house in our area. So if you think about that, well, if I'm making $3 grand a month at 19 bucks an hour, well, guess what? I only have $700 left over for everything else. That does not work. It does not work. So I read that book. It changed my mindset. I knew that there was another way, and I came home and I hit the ground running. I actually the deployment was 2005. Sorry, I said 2007. So I came home, and then I got into my first home-based business, and the reason that, and really, I want to just share this just briefly, because I want to tell you why we started the Home Business Academy. So you're all here, and maybe you're a guest, maybe you're brand new, but why does the Home Business Academy exist? Why are we here? Why did we create products? Why do we have the pay plan the way we have it, the people, all that stuff? And I'll even get to all your questions. If you have any questions, type them in the Q&A or in the chat. Happy to answer all your questions about HBA. But why are we even doing this? So I started promoting my businesses online, and different things started. I started to notice different types of things were happening. I noticed that companies would not put people first. Okay, like, in fact, a lot of the compensation models that I was a part of, I didn't understand. But then when I really did start to understand it, I was like, man, they are really stacking the odds in either the leader's favor or the company owner's favor, and not mine, right? Or not the little person, or not the average person, or not the person who just brings in a few people, or maybe just builds a team of about 30 people or something like that. Those are the people that don't make any money in our industry, in our home-based business industry. And so I started noticing this. I started noticing little things like, for example, I failed in many companies over and over and over and over. And then I finally started to learn the skill sets I needed to learn. It took me a few years. Okay. And obviously our goal is to help lower that learning curve inside of our company. And I'll talk about all that. But what ended up happening is I learned the skills that I needed. I started marketing and I started earning some money and I started making some sales. And one of the very first companies I started doing well in, I actually sponsored 300 people in it. And you're probably like, wow, that's amazing. It's like 300 people. That's pretty cool. I would love 300 people. But what I didn't realize is because the program I was building was a low ticket. So it was $10. And I was just like going crazy. I was promoting it like crazy. It was $10 and it paid me $1 per person in my downline. And so I did all this work. I finally built the skill set up. I finally started making money. And then I saw my money at the end of the day. It was $300. $300. And I was like, $300? How am I supposed to live off of that? How am I going to quit my job? How am I going to get out of the military? How am I going to do all these things that I want to do in my life with $300 a month? I just literally sponsored 300 people into this thing and I'm making $300 a month. And anyone else relate to that? Like they did really well on something and then just didn't get paid what they're worth. I almost felt like I was in the job equivalent of network marketing at the time, right? I was just it was almost like I was doing more than I was worth. I brought so many people to that table, and it just did not pay out very well. And anytime you do that, anytime you put your heart and soul into something, anytime that you build something, and you don't get rewarded for it, it's pretty unfulfilling, right? And so I started looking for something else. Okay, I can't do low ticket now, so maybe we'll try high ticket, right? Well, maybe we'll try high ticket, and then all of a sudden, I noticed people in that company getting mortgages to pay their money for, like, to join, and getting loans and getting into debt, including myself. I literally kept on hopping from thing to thing looking for the answers. So trying low ticket, medium ticket, high ticket, until I was $100,000 in debt with no income other than my military income and my Walmart income, which was 3,000 a month. And that the 3,000 a month was basically taken up. And then at the time, I was just doing 1 weekend a month for the military after I got off active duty. And basically, that money was gone 2 weeks into the month. Right. And so I kept on using debt to pay my bills and pay different things down and all these other things that I had going on. And so what ended up happening is I was backed into a corner and went bankrupt. Literally, all these things, I had the skills. I literally, like I said, I built a team of over 300 personals. I was building up businesses that were, low ticket, high ticket, all these different things. I built up the skill set. I started making sales. I started doing really well, but I was not making the money that I deserved, right? Um, and so with just the military, actually, I didn't have, now that I think about it, my timelines are a little a little mixed up sometimes whenever we're talking about multiple things going on. I didn't have the Walmart job anymore. I actually quit that in 2007 to focus 100% on my home business. And now we're at 2010-ish, where I just had the military and home-based business making $300 a month. Does not cut it. Right? Does not cut it. And so bottom line is, I kept going down this roller coaster. I kept trying company after company after company after company. In fact, Paul was talking about how he was in 14 companies at one point. I was starting to tally them up, and I started losing count. I was like, I think I've been in about 20 different companies or so, just trying things out. And most of those companies I put trust into, and I was like, man, it's not working. Why do they keep changing their compensation plan. And let me actually ask this question. Have you ever been a part of a company that changed the comp plan? And how did that make you feel? Let me survey the room here. When the company you joined changed the comp plan, how did that make you feel? It doesn't feel very good because maybe like a couple people benefit from it, but I remember there's furious, demoralizing. Yeah, thank you, William and Francisco. Yeah, it's not cool because you were promised something and then they change it on you. I remember one of the companies right before HBA, and I'll start transitioning here. Richard said pissed, nice. But right before we co-founded HBA, one of the companies we were leadership council members of, they changed the comp plan a couple times, and we went with each time they changed it, like because we were all in at that point. They changed it from 100% commission to 70% commission. That was the first change, which we were okay with because, company needs to make some money. It was kind of interesting, like that they would ever try to even do 100%. But they switched it to 100 to 70. And so we were like, okay, whatever, we'll move on, right? But then the one that we didn't like, and the one that really, I mean, obviously you never want to get lower commissions, by the way. That's just wrong in all ways, right? But we accepted it because we knew the company needed to make money. The second change, though, they implemented a quota to earn your residual income. Okay, so you could make sales and make one-time commissions and all these kind of things, but to maintain your residual income, you had to sponsor a certain amount of people every month, or maybe it was every week. I don't remember the exact details, but all I know is when they implemented that, even though I was sponsoring people like crazy, like Paul mentioned, I sponsored over 2,000 people into that company. Even though I was a sponsoring machine, I was devastated at that change because I knew people on my team, there were some people on my team that had a residual income of a couple $1,000s a month. And just that one little implementation took away their income because they were not focused on that company anymore. They just built it and then kind of started focusing on something else. It took away their residual income and it gave it to me. And you're like, why is that a bad thing, Mike? Like, why would you be mad about that? It literally took their income and gave it to me because I was above them in the compensation plan. And some people would be okay with that. I wasn't okay with that. That is one of the differences between Home Business Academy and other companies. We don't want to take away your income. We do everything we can so that you can have a residual income in our company. And the last thing we're going to do is implement quotas that take your income away and give it to someone else. That is not what we do. When they made that change, we were done. Like we were mentally checked out at that point. So Paul and I started masterminding on what we can do. We had one of the top teams in that company, the team that I call the prosperity team at the time. Shout out to anyone who was in that. We had the top team one of the top teams in the company, and Paul and I, we combined our teams. So we had prosperity team, and he had, I think it was like pipeline money or pipeline, I forgot what it was. And then we combined our teams, and then we formed an alliance, right? And what's cool about our Freedom Crusaders shirts, look at that, Freedom Crusaders Alliance. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. We formed this alliance, and lo and behold, that alliance ended up turning into what the Home Business Academy is today. So now we have products, we have a compensation plan, and we have a company that puts people first. So our core values: quality, simplicity, and putting people first. Okay, so those are our core founding values when we were coming up with the concepts. And so let me just get right into what we have available to you guys. And I'm going to just give a brief overview of three things. I think these are the three important things. The products. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the products. The compensation plan. Is anyone interested in making money? Right? Let me know if you're interested in making some money. So we'll talk about the products, compensation plan, and then maybe even the people. So I know someone was saying products, people, and pay plan are like the best things, right, to talk about. So we'll talk about those three things right now. And so I'm going to just share my screen. I think this will make it a little bit easier to share what the products are. So we'll start with the products and the compensation plan. Maybe we'll combine the two. So actually, so our products, we have three core products. Okay. And the first product that we have is called the HBA Funnel Builder. And this is a tool that you can use to build any website. In fact, I'm just going to take you guys to the home page here. So right here, HBA Funnel Builder, you can use this tool to build lead capture pages, thank you pages, sales pages, order pages, digital products, membership sites, and more. In fact, the entire back office. So this is what it looks like. It's a drag and drop. You can add, headlines, text, buttons, containers, icons, images, videos, code, custom code. We have booking widget, so you can make appointments. So things you no longer need things like Calendly because of this, right? You no longer need we have a CRM as well, a customer management system that you can come in here and just manage your contacts, take notes, whatever you need to do. We've got a store, which you can set up your products just like this, subscription products, discounts. You can customize it. You can hook it up to any payment processor you want. So there's Stripe, Braintree, 2Checkout, PayPal, all these different ones that are back here. And then you can even do manual on delivery or bank transfer type stuff. So there you go. You can change your shipping, taxes, all that stuff. So we have a full e-commerce store built in and an entire builder. But on top of that, our entire members area, so this one right here that you're looking at with all the three products here at the top with different access points and the little sidebars here, this is called a membership site. You also can build these because this is 100% built in our builder. And some people don't believe me when I say that. So I just like to log into our builder and show you. Look at that, guys. So as you can see, there's the menu bar, there's the logo, there's the sidebars. These are just menus, guys. See that? They're just a menu on the sidebar. So our entire members area is literally built in our funnel builder. And you'll never believe how much we charge for this. What would you think a website builder that does lead capture page, sales pages, order pages, membership sites, and more would normally cost? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what your opinions are on a funnel builder that would, a quality funnel builder. In fact, I've even tested the speeds of this builder versus other builders, and we're faster than them. So it's faster. It's faster than the ones that are $300 a month. Isn't that insane? And our builder, check this out. I'm going to just pull open let's see if I can pull open a new document here so I can just give you guys a visual here. Okay, so here we go. Dun, 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 dun. The first product, HBA Funnel Builder, is only $25 per month. $25 a month. Okay, so that is literally a steal without stealing. So I like to say that because we like to focus on ethics in HBA, right? Funnel Builder tool is only $25 per month, and you feel like you're stealing, Monty. Nice. But yeah, most of them, as you can see, Francisco said $200 a month. Robin says 97 to 300. Monty says 150. Geo says 100 to 300. Yeah, most funnel builders cost a lot of money, and we're talking. I'm not just talking a lot of money. I'm talking about most funnel builders are quality. So here's another thing. We believe in quality, right? You need a quality builder. And if this was not quality, we wouldn't build our own website in it. We have a multi-million-dollar business in a $25 funnel builder. Why in the heck would we do that if it wasn't quality? Does that make sense? So, in fact, when we first launched the company, I'll just go out and say it, we had our products in a different funnel builder because we actually launched the business with HBA Premium product, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, first. We didn't have the funnel builder tool when we first launched HBA. We had HBA Premium and FLA. Those were the two products that we had when we launched. Or FLA came soon after, but this was our original product, HBA Premium. And so we didn't even have the funnel builder, but we built our entire members area in a different funnel builder that cost $97 a month up to 300. So that was the one that we were in. And we had to move everything from there to this one. So there was no reason for us to even add a funnel builder unless we knew that we can bring more value to people. So anyway, so it's $25 a month, super simple to understand. And then the compensation plan, this is how the comp plan works. We pay $20. So we pay $20 per month per sale residual. Okay. So that's how you build up a residual income. Okay. So you sell one of these products, you make 20. Isn't that unheard of? Like, who thinks that that's unheard of? That's the, like, really think about that for a second. In that other tool I was just talking about, the one that was $97 a month, we almost make as much per sale on a $25 a month as they were giving with a $100 a month. So, in fact, I know companies that even top tier network marketing businesses that have products that are 150 a month that pay less than 20 per sale. It's more like 5, you know? And so anyway, so back to that story where I was making $1 per person. Well, now with a $25 product, you can make 20 per person. Do you feel, let me just ask this question to everyone in the chat. Do you feel you can hit your freedom faster by having a higher margin of what you earn per sale versus other things out there? So that's the idea. The idea here is freedom faster. Okay? Our goal here is to help you win freedom faster. And I'm going to blow that up because that's the idea. Freedom faster in a principle-centered way. Okay? We don't want you to, we're not going to overhype you. We're just going to teach you the facts. These are facts. These are numbers, right? So our second product, so that's the funnel builder tool. Do you guys feel like there's demand in there for a product like that? Do you feel like people need a product like the funnel builder tool even without a business opportunity? I'm just curious what you guys think, right? And that's part of having good products is knowing, is there an opportunity, or is there customers? right? Like, would there be customers of that product? If not, then it's not really the greatest opportunity in the world. It's just a money making opportunity. You need good quality products, right? So Monty says it's gold. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So next one, premium. So HBA premium. So that's product number 2. I'll just, instead of typing it out, I'll just show you. So HBA premium. Now this product is all about traffic and conversions, and it's also our coaching in a way. This is like a hybrid product that helps you in almost every area of lead generation as you can think of. So pre-traffic. So what's traffic? Traffic is just website visitors on the internet. So let's say you have a website. So you built out your website with the HBA funnel builder. That's step 1, right? You have a website. Now, what do you do with that website? Well, you need traffic to the website. So in HBA Premium, we teach and we have a vault of traffic generation strategies that have not only helped me sponsor over 2,000 people in one company, become the top leader in everything that I've ever built outside of my first 3 years, right? And even then I was doing well. Just was in a little low ticket things that didn't pay very well. And the bottom line is we have pre-traffic. So this is what you should be doing before you even send a website visitor to a website. Then we've got free, and I actually prefer free. Some people prefer paid marketing. I prefer free marketing. My favorite strategies are YouTube ranking. And I started off with simple, free, unlimited leads with Facebook. That was my original method of generating sales when I started making good money online. And so these little ideas are back here. You don't have to do all of these. You could do one and make a full-time income. That's the idea, is to give you the different ideas that you can do and you can implement, and then you pick one and you run with it. That's HBA Premium. That's what it's all about. So you learn traffic. Once you have traffic, so let's say you go learn YouTube ranking, and then you go post a YouTube video, it ranks on the top of the search results. Well, now that you have traffic, how do you convert that traffic? We also have page strategies. So now we go to conversions. So we teach you different ways to convert. You usually need to email your leads. So we teach you how to write emails that serve and sell. We have the introvert conversion formula, right? We've got getting your new team member right. So once you get a new sale, what do you do with the new person? We have a 13-point conversion formula. If you follow the conversion tips, you should be turning your traffic into sales. That makes sense? So that is the product, traffic and conversions. It's all about that. And then if you go through the modules and you need help with anything, then that is where the coaching comes into play. So we hold 6 live Zooms every week for HBA Premium members. We have a Monday night mastermind every Monday night where we have a what's working now. So who is making it happen in our company? You can come and show up there and get and learn from them what they're doing. Okay. Then we have a Grow Rich call in the morning. This focuses more on our minds and getting that right. And then we have a TNC Action Mastermind. These are 5 Zooms per week, Monday through Friday, where you can come and ask your questions. And not only do we teach you traffic, but we also show you traffic. So we show you how we do our own personal marketing over our shoulder. And this is our over the shoulder training that we take action together with each other on a Zoom, just like this. You can come out, you can ask questions and get help. And so if you have any issues that you need help with, you can show up to a TNC Live Action Mastermind 5 days a week. 5 days a week. This is where to me, this is the value in the biggest value in premium. obviously all this, you need to learn things in the vault, but I love ongoing coaching and masterminding with 2 7-figure earners, right? And that's the thing. You want to get to the top of any company you're building. And what's cool about these products too is technically this training can be implemented for anything you're ever in. It's not just HBA. So there's people who use this knowledge to promote home baking products, right? Christy, for example, has a home business baking membership site, and she drives traffic to that using a free method called the free Facebook ad method. And she has a group of over probably 50,000 people, I think, promoting a home business or a home baking. So like basically she bakes muffins and things like that, right? Or cookies. And she builds that through HBA and the Facebook ad method. So you can do this with anything. It doesn't have to be just home business. It can be whatever you want. But you can also ask those questions on our coaching. We have people who are in fitness niche and have gyms that they've built their websites for their gym inside of our builder, right? And their products. So bottom line is that's the fourth pillar of HBA Premium. So we got pre-traffic, free traffic, paid traffic, conversions, and coaching. And most people, if you go look up group coaching, you're gonna pay anywhere from $50 an hour all the way up to $500 an hour, right, for group coaching sessions. And so if you look at the real world value of this, in fact, last time I Googled it and it was like $150 an hour average for group coaching. And that's probably not from 7-figure earners. That's just like some random dude that said, hey, I want to be a life coach. And hey, here's my website to go pay the $150 an hour. Like maybe they went through a 3-hour certification course. You don't know who you're learning from in that situation. Well, you're learning from actual 7-figure earners. And so even if it was worth $150 an hour, you times that by 6 Zooms per week, that's $900 a week. That's a real world value of $3,600 a month. And the cost for HBA Premium is not $3,600. It's not $2,200. It's not $1,100. It's not $300. It's not $200. It is literally $125 per month. $125 per month. And it pays $100 per month residual. Okay? So those are our 2 continuity, they call it continuity, right? Continuity, there we go. Continuity products that are monthly costs. And so if you were to pay for both of these products, it would be $150 per month, and it would pay $120 per month residual. Okay? Now, some people might look at that and be like, well, how do I make money with this? Well, here's the cool thing about our compensation plan. And I'll just show you briefly what it is. So if I'm going to click on compensation, here's how it works. 80% commission on qualified sales. What is a qualified sale? A product you own. That's it. You own the products, you get paid on the products. That's the only thing. So 80% commission on any product that you are a owner of. There's no point systems, volume requirements, complicated hoops to jump through, and it's not multi-level. It's all 100% on the front line. So 80% commission, frontline commissions. And then here's a simple chart on how to calculate some income. But here's the real power in this compensation plan that I really want to get across. So if you want to make a certain income, just look at this chart. You just need to get that many customers on both products. So for example, you do not And so, yes, it is not multi-level. It's one level compensation. Okay. So, but yeah, right here, it says $4,800. You get 40 customers inside of HBA. That's it. You bring in 40 customers, you make $4,800 a month. That's how easy the compensation is. Now, here is where the real kicker is with this plan. Because we pay 80% commissions, one level, not multi-level, one level affiliate commissions. So it's not a multi-level business. It's a one level affiliate program. Okay. If you join this, you will earn, and this is what puts this above everything else that I see out there. Most companies that you join, they don't pay 80% commission. So they have what's called a 3 and a free program, right? Have you heard that? Who has heard of 3 and it's free? That sounds cool, right? So 3 and it's free sounds cool, but it's not cool because 3 and it's free is 0. Right? Have you guys ever heard of that? 3 and the free actually equals 0. But here's what ends up happening in this business. So let's say you bring one, okay? So you just bring one customer, okay? So you go out there, you bring one customer. You earn $120 a month, okay? Residual income, okay? And you're only paying $150. So you're almost free with one sale. So now let's look at 2 customers. You earn $240 a month, right? Okay, now what does that mean? That means just 2 customers. You are in profit, a profitable business. A profitable business. So $120 residual with 2 customers, you are a profit because you're paying $150. You are earning $240. So is that better than 3 and it's free? Right? It's way better. And here's the last one is 3 customers is $360 a month residual. Just 3 customers. So you know how the 3 and it's free program gets you to 0. Well, with our business, which what stands our affiliate program out from everything else, 3 customers here doubles your income or doubles what you're paying, over doubles, because 300 would be double. You get 360 when you get 3 customers. So that's the difference between this comp plan and other comp plans. I'm sure that there's a lot of business opportunities you can join out there, but none of them have a quality funnel building tool like this where you can build out websites for people. You can build it for any kind of business that you can think of. We have people who have hair cutting businesses in here. We have brick and mortar businesses using our funnel builder tool. We have people using HBA Premium to sell any kind of business online because every business online needs traffic. And the difference here with our compensation plan is you literally earn double what you're paying with 3 customers. So it's a lot cooler than a 3 and it's free program. You control, and that's the difference between this and everything else, is you control your income. You literally control your income. Whereas other business plans, you don't. You don't control your income. So you not only get quality products, but you also control your income. Okay? So with that being said, that's our products and our compensation plan. And it's just through the affiliate marketing model, 1 level commissions. And with that, let me get into one other aspect is the people. So what do you get when you join HBA? You get a community of people that are here to help you. So first of all, you get to learn from myself, which I have earned multiple millions of dollars online through different businesses, and Paul Hutchings, who is a debt-free millionaire. Literally, he has no mortgages, no anything, no debts, and his net worth is over $1 million in net worth. So he's a debt-free millionaire, #1 recruiter in his previous companies, and you get to learn from us on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Friday. So that's Paul there. So you get to learn from the co-founders directly, where a lot of businesses, they don't even, the owners are non-existent. Like most of the time you'll join a business and you won't even know who the owners are. They won't do Zooms, they don't do anything. You get to learn directly from Paul and myself every day, Monday through Friday. And that's one difference maker between us and everything else. Also, we have other people that you learn from, and let me just show you in the back office. So we have what's called in the FAQ page. If you click here, you click the FAQ page and you scroll down, we have schedule for events. We have the events right here. So every day, Monday through Friday, you can plug into a call. You can plug in once a month here on our Funnel Builder Mastermind. Every Saturday, we do new member orientation. And then these are our events for our premium members. And then we even have a Spanish orientation. So we have a Freedom Crusader called, his name is Francisco. He does a Spanish orientation for everybody. Okay. And then an annual Freedom Fest in-person event. So we get together in person every single year at Freedom Fest. And this is 100% from home. So yes, you can do this business 100% from home, because we started the business to the reason it's called the Home Business Academy is because it's a home-based business. Nowadays with technology, in my opinion, the reason that we can pay out 80% commission, and if you didn't know, we have already paid. So get this, we have already paid over $4.2 million in commissions to our affiliates. That is what we have paid already. $4.2 million to other people. That's not what Paul and I earn. That's what we have paid to affiliates. And on top of that, if I'll show you in the back office here, if you scroll down, you'll see how many meals. So we've crossed the 250,000 days worth of meals to hungry kids. So we donate a percentage of the company revenue to feed my starving children. And I do want to just share this last audio. I don't know if this is the newest audio, but let me just show you. This is the difference that we're making. And this was just a couple months ago. She sent us this audio. So as you're paying for your products, as you are selling the business, you are also feeding hungry kids in the world. And I want you guys to know that we have a profit share, not for leaders, not for the company owners, for Feed My Starving Children. So as the company grows and as we pay more commissions, you feed more kids. And so this is just a quick audio. Let me just make sure that I'm sharing my audio, sharing my sound. And so let's just listen to this real quick, and I'll do it at there we go. It's at 1.5 speed, so it might sound a little funny, but.
Good afternoon, amazing Freedom Crusaders. This is Jessica with Feed My Starving Children. I wanted to reach out and say you guys are amazing and doing fabulous things. So just wanted to share an update with you. In this year alone, since January through now May, you guys have provided 44,705 nutritious meals. Absolutely amazing. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for doing such a good job at what you do, and in return helping us feed so many kids. We are grateful for you guys, appreciate your support, and hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much from FMSC. Goodbye.
All right, and we get those messages literally every couple months. She'll give us a new update. And I love that. I mean, I love being able to build a business and make a difference at the same time. So not only do you get quality products, you get paid what you're worth. 80% of the commission goes to you, not to me, to you. So whoever makes the sale gets paid. Okay. So you not only have quality products, quality compensation plan, but you're also feeding hungry kids at the same time. In fact, our entire recognition, we don't have normal recognition. So for example, normally companies will have leaderboards. We don't do leaderboards. Okay. We do contribution levels, and it's based on how many meals you have fed hungry kids. So when you are so for example, we gave the Oak Benefactor level, Amy Star Allen earned that recently on our last Freedom Fest event. So she helped 5,000 days of meals to hungry kids based on her production in HBA. And so she did over 5,000 days worth of meals just from what she earned. So she earned money. We paid her some money. And then she also, with that, contributed to 5,000 days worth of meals. And she got what's called a Freedom Crusader diamond ring. So these are crushed diamond rings right here. And they're black because they're crushed into, and they're actually non-scratchable. So it's pretty cool the way the technology is. You can go look them up online if you want. But these are really, they're not cheap rings. And we went the extra mile to find something that was indestructible. Can you break it if you like ran it over with a car? Probably not, right? But you can. I'm sure there's ways to break it. But it's crushed diamonds, and then they just put them together, and it's pretty cool. And we even have our little tree logo, and then on the inside it's inscribed freedom and principle centered. So I think that's pretty cool. Amy Star Allen got that, and it's literally the most unique ring in the world. And so instead of giving you a ring that scratches, this ring scratches other things. Like, in fact, I'll just show you what it looks like. If you guys can see this, but it's on my hand here. That's the ring right there. So Paul, myself, Amy has a ring, and everyone who contributes over 5,000 days worth of meals get the ring. And that's all just based on your production. So you get to work, you make the sales, and you get the ring. So I think that's pretty cool. And then obviously there's some qualifications, like you just go read through the contribution level back office right here, Crusader contribution level. So anyway, that's the overview of HBA. If you are open to getting in the back office right here, this is our office. Like some people, they're saying, like, oh, they don't have an office. Well, of course we don't have an office, because we pay 80% commissions, right? And it's a home business. Why in the world would we preach home business if we were paying for an office? My office is right here in my home. That is a home-based business. That's the purpose of a home-based business, is you don't have to go to an office, right? You don't have to waste money. In fact, I feel like people and companies that have an office are wasting money nowadays. In fact, I actually know of a law firm who used to have offices all around the world, and they were literally, everyone would go to the office, everyone would do their job at the office, and then during the crisis of 2020, right, what happened? Everything got shut down. So then they started working out of their houses remotely, this law firm. And then guess what happened? When the restrictions went away, they just sold the buildings, and they work from their home, and they have their employees work from their home. Why? It saves money. You can pay more of that out. If we had an office that we paid rent to, and we had employees sitting there in the office, guess what? We wouldn't be able to pay 80% commissions. You would probably get 50. Does that make sense? Because the company needs more money to run an inefficient business. We believe in efficiency. So we have no home office. We do have a home office. We don't have an actual building. And I think that's a benefit. And it is a benefit for anyone. So So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there because we do things to help you make more money. That's the whole goal, to help you make more money. Not me, not Paul, not anyone else. You make 80%, we make 20% to run the company. And that's how it works. That's our split. So with that, is there any questions? Does anyone want to come out and share anything before we get to Q&A or before we move on to where to go to get started? So any thoughts or questions, or who has a quick wants to come out real quick? Otherwise, we can move on to where to go to get started. So with that, one second, let me just put it in the right mode. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I do see some questions. So we'll get to those here in just a minute. If you are brand new, so let's just say so if you're a guest, there should be a link. So let me actually pull open the page. So you're probably on this page right now. If you're a guest, you can come down and you can click on this button right below this video, and that will lock you into our community. Right now, you can get started for $25. So you can get started for $25. If you want to try out Traffic and Conversions HBA Premium for a 14-day free trial, you can click that little box there. Just click the button, get started, and you'll be inside. The best thing to do is just pay the $25, go through the training, get started, and plug into a couple masterminds. Just because you get 14 days free of our masterminds. And then if you like what you see, you keep it. If you don't, you can easily cancel right in the back office. So you don't even have to contact support to cancel your future billing, but you can if you need to. But there you go. So you can try it out for 2 weeks for $25 and get to come to 14 masterminds if you want and see if you learn something. And there you go. And that's what you can do to get started. So again, just click the link below this video or get back to the person who invited you, get your questions answered. That is what you should do right now. So now I'm going to transition mode into, now that you're in, what do you do, right? Where do you go? So if there's any questions, type them in the chat. I'm going to just read off some of these. So Mark says, first question, is it possible to build a web page with your own full screen background pic, put text on top of that background pic, not above or below the pic, and have the text box transparent? Put a small button or line of text, a clickable link on top of it. Bottom line is, it is probably possible. You can pretty much do anything with it. I'll show you some examples of some pages that I have that you can look. But we do a Monday night mastermind. So this Monday night we do a funnel builder mastermind, and we do have people who are really good with the funnel builder. But in order to do that kind of stuff, you just have to be familiar with it. But as you can see, this page, let me show you what it looks like. So see how I have a full picture of background of myself, and then I have content throughout the whole page. So that's possible with the builder. There's lots of different things you can do, and that's just called a parallax effect. So there's like there's the background image, there's a parallax effect. So it keeps it fixed on the page, and you guys can mess around with that if you want. So you see how the picture just stays the background and you can scroll with it? That's parallax. That's the parallax effect in the block settings. So yeah, you could do lots of cool stuff with the builder, just whatever your creative mind wants to do. So we have plenty of templates. So if you click over here on add new step page, you can see the different templates. Matthew Martin has donated quite a few awesome ones in the template club category. So as you can see, there's different templates you can start with. And that's what I would recommend everyone do. Instead of trying to create a page from scratch, start with a cool looking template to start, and then you can go from there. So yes, you can probably do what you're wanting to do. Yeah, you can show up Monday night, Mark. So the first Monday of the month. So this Monday is the Monday night mastermind. All right. Let's see. Next question. Dun, 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 dun. So we tried to sell the idea of working from home, put leadership at our Air Force units, but they were moving the whole building. Oh, you were probably just answering one of my questions. Cool. All right. So anyway, I do see a couple other questions. So let me just briefly share, since we are past the top of the hour, we'll do Q&A now. But if you're brand new and you just got started, welcome. What you need to do first is go through the entire affiliate zone fast start. Okay. Normally we do a full webinar on just new member orientation, but the first Saturday of the month is more of an overview. But I do want to briefly cover this just to point you in the right direction if you are new, is get inside, click affiliate zone, and go through the 4 affiliate fast start steps. Okay. This could take you up to 3 hours. It could take you a day. It could take you a couple days. But the bottom line is take it step by step, take it slow. You only do the fast start once. Okay. And then from there, it's just daily maintenance of doing your marketing every day. That's literally what it is. So go through this, take your time, get it set up. Sometimes when people are in a hurry, they end up being in a hurry for years to come, right? So slow it down a little bit and win the race, right? That's the idea. So go through the affiliate fast start. If you're just trying to build websites and use the funnel builder tool, and not do the affiliate program, then that's the HBA Funnel Builder Academy. So Mark, for you, I would just make sure you go through as much of the Funnel Builder Academy as you can, just to learn the builder inside and out. And then you can start doing some cool stuff like Matthew Martin does, because he knows the builder inside and out. And so it's just a matter of knowledge at that point, of knowing what to do. So, all right. Okay, I'm just looking through. So if you have questions, type it in the Q&A box, because then it stands out. If you type it in the chat, I might not see it. All right. Yeah, so someone said I wrote support and it's taken 4 days. Usually, if that's the case, it's most likely sent to the wrong email. So let me share with you where to get the correct email. You can't misspell it. You can't misspell the email. So that's key. So what you do is you log into this back office, but for login issues though, it's important you watch this video first. So go over to hbahelp.com, hbahelp.com. If you have not watched, and then click on I need login help from Sage. Okay. And then it'll say this video should help you. So I'm going to just post this video in the chat. Okay. Watch this video completely. If forgot password doesn't work, move on to the next troubleshooting step. If it says email doesn't exist, that means you didn't set up an email and you need to follow the instructions on setting up the email. If it says, if you're not getting the email, then that's a different problem. Does that make sense? If you're getting invalid response, that's a different problem. So there's these different troubleshooting tips on the login stuff. So this will usually solve 99% of all the problems if you go through all of the troubleshooting steps and all of the different errors that could potentially happen. Then if none of those work, you'll see the email right here. It says if none of these above work, then send an email explaining your issue to this email without any typos. No typos, no misspellings, from an actual email address that you monitor. And yeah, so that's where you go for that. So that's for any login issues, go there. We have a video on it and we give you the correct support email. You shouldn't have to wait 4 days for an answer. So if you're waiting 4 days, it most likely had a misspelling in the email. All right. So thanks for that question. All right. Will there be replays of the Zooms and Premium? Yes, there's replays for every single thing we do. In fact, the replays are on the exact page that the masterminds are on. So if you come over here, HBA Premium, you click over here on Coaching Monday Night, you scroll down, well, bam, our last Monday Night Mastermind replay right there. So that's that. All right. Okay, we'll do. And yeah, even the TNCs. Oh, there's no Q&A box. Interesting. I guess they disabled it. Okay, cool. I guess ask in the chat. Just put QEQ in front of it. All right. So yeah, just type a QQ in front of your question, then I know it's a question. But anyway, so I think that's all the questions. You guys are quick today. If there's any other questions, maybe you can unmute if I missed your question. And we can go from there. All right, let's see. Jim. Okay, Jim. Yeah, so Jim, do you have a specific question you want us to answer? Let me know. Come on out. Unmute or type it. Oh, there we go. I see it. I've sent 1,200 clicks to the affiliate link. No one signed up. Is there a certain content strategy I should do? So first off, I always like to ask, where did the clicks come from? Because that matters, you know, because not all traffic is created equal. And I will say, if you go over to FAQ, so you have 1,200 clicks from Facebook specifically, and not any other program. And how do you know that? Is there like, do you have tracking or what? Tiny URL. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the first thing I would do is I would double check that, make sure you're not sending any other kind of traffic to that specific link. 1,200 clicks to your affiliate link should mean you have 1,200 leads. So if you don't have 1,200 leads, but you have 1,200 clicks to your affiliate link, then what you're end up doing is you're bypassing a step. Okay. So what you need to do is send people to a capture page where you capture a lead first. No one should ever see your affiliate link until they have become a lead on your autoresponder. And why do you guys think that is? Let me just quiz you guys. Why do you think you shouldn't have a hit to your affiliate link before they're a lead on your autoresponder? Why do you think that's important? I'm actually just curious on what you guys think. This is a test. Okay. This is a marketing test for everybody who wants. It's not just more sales later. That's close though. You can earn more sales later, but the first goal is to build. Okay. So that's good. That's a good one. Yes. So first goal is to build a list, but here's why though. Here's why. There we go. Ashley got it. Because it takes multiple times of seeing the offer before someone buys. It takes so let me repeat that. It takes more times than one time to see the offer before somebody actually purchases. So if you send everyone directly to the sales page, most likely they're not going to buy. You've lost that person forever at that point. And then maybe they see HBA somewhere else through someone else and they join with them. That has happened. They see it through you first, but you didn't capture them as a lead. And then they go somewhere else and they find it through someone else and join. Because that person did capture them as a lead. And then they follow up. So that's the whole point of marketing, is you need to generate an email list, email them frequently, and follow up. So there are cases where people can get 10,000 clicks and no sales. Why? Well, because not very many people buy on the very first hit. You know, they see a sales page, sometimes they just exit out. You know, you got to warm them up a little bit. You got to show them the offer multiple times. And you can't do that when you send people straight to a page. So I would recommend keep the tracking. That's all good. That's fine. If you already know how to do that, that's great. Then send it to a capture page where you're capturing an email and then to your affiliate link. So then only clicks going to your affiliate link are qualified clicks. I like to look at it like that. That's a qualified click. Okay. All right. So any other questions before we start wrapping it up? You had your first startup and hadn't got to that yet. Okay, cool.
Mike,
Oh
I
yeah,
have
that's fine. Like you can another tip, Jim, for Facebook is sometimes it's easier to just tell them to message you because then you know who they are, who's looking at the information. So you can be like, hey, give them a curiosity post, and then if they comment on it, you can private message them the information, or just say, hey, reach out to me if you want to find out more about this. So do the curiosity post, reach out to me if you want to find out more. And then they'll message you, and then you can give them the affiliate link if you don't have your capture page. Because then at least you know who's asking for the information, and it allows you to follow up with them. Okay? All right, my friends.
A little question. I got a little question. Actually, I'm thinking about some of our friends are new, and they are watching from YouTube, I think. And can they also ask questions now if they want to?
Yeah, if someone wants to ask a question from the page, just type it in the chat. There should be a chat box on the page. Yep. So yeah, if there's any specific questions that you guys see over there that I should answer,
right,
then let me know.
And then this is not a question, but can I share a little bit about my new experiences here at Home Business Academy?
Yeah, sure.
Because some of them I think about the struggles that I might have initially, and they are thinking about should I join or should I not join, and what kind of things that this is about, and so forth. And I just want to share a little bit of experience of my learning here for the last 2 months after I joined. I have 2 organizations that I experience similar things that I experience here, including this one. That would be 2. The other one is much bigger organization, but both of you are very similar and very loving and very encouraging. And this is what I experience, and I want to encourage those who are searching and thinking about breakthroughs in their own lives. I just want to encourage them that this is something that I can say that I truly enjoy every time when I am here, and that I also would encourage anyone that I know to join, because it does help them. And that's my sense of mission that I learned from here. I don't want to talk to them because I want more commissions, but I want to talk to them so that they can solve their own problems by having a good tool in their hands, the people they can trust, the place where they feel comfortable, and also that they can build up new friendship. And that's what I experience. And I just want to wholeheartedly encourage them, if they are thinking about joining a group that they can walk for life. I feel that kind of love here, and I sincerely mean that. So I say it to my friends, I say it to strangers that I never know. If that's what you're thinking about, I want to give you an encouragement for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson. Love having you. Great experience, story, and everything. And just so everyone knows, Nelson trained on one of our Monday nights recently that you can go watch the replay if you want. So I think it was last week's. So that was cool. So awesome. Okay, so I think there is another question. Is there a training on how to get high open rate? So yes, the email training would be great for that. So I would go through the HBA Premium. Let's see, where is it? Right here. So if you come over here, HBA Premium, click on the free or the conversions, how to write emails that serve and sell. Okay, I'd go through this, and Paul will teach you how to write emails. But I will also say It's not about the open rate, although the open rate is a direct. The only usefulness I see of the open rate is to see if most of your emails are going through, right? Like sometimes, like if you get like, so for example, and this is just one example, let's say you get a 12% open rate all the time, like almost like clockwork. And then one day you get 1%, then you may know that there's something wrong. You know what I mean? Or if you always get 40% and then one day you get 5. You see what I mean? You see like a discrepancy there. That's when you know something's wrong. So that's really the only usefulness I see out of an open rate. I like to look at the results that the emails are doing over open rates. So for example, click rate is probably more important, like clicking on an actual link in your email. And then also sales, right? Are you making any sales from that email? So that's another metric that I think is more important than open rates. Although you need to get the open rate in order to get the click, in order to get the sale. So they're all important in their own ways, but the open rates are sometimes deceiving because, in fact, did you guys know how the companies track open rates? Do you guys know how they do that? The method that all autoresponders use is a hidden image pixel in your email. So just get that for a second. Just think about that for a second. It's an image in the email. Nowadays, Gmail blocks images unless they click allow images. So what does that do to your open rate? Throws it off. So everyone who has Gmail, not everyone is clicking that allow all images. Not everyone is. They're just opening your email and scrolling through it and reading it. They're not all clicking allow all images. So that means your open rates are probably higher than they really are. Because Gmail is the #1 email service in the world. Just go look in your autoresponder right now and see how many people have Gmail. It's probably like 30-40% of your emails. So if you think about that, what does that tell you about your open rates? Some of them are not tracking. So can we rely on open rate 100%? Nope, we can't. Clicks, you can track all of those because they're usually a tracking link that they put in the email. So all clicks can be tracked, and sales, of course. But open rates are not 100% at this moment because of Gmail. All right. William says, sometimes open rate depending on ISP, email address, and email messages. Yes, exactly. All right, my friends. Well, I think that was all the questions. So yeah, the person who was having the login issue, we'll look into that. I know Monty sent me a message about you as well. So we'll look into that, see if I see your support ticket email. But I would recommend just emailing support again with the correct email. If you have not watched that video, make sure you go through that video. Otherwise, we can't help you if you haven't set up your logins, because that's usually the most common thing is the login just wasn't set up. So with that, my friends, thank you all of our guests who showed up to this. Thank you all of our members who showed up to this. Just know that we're here every day for you, Monday through Friday, and even Saturday on these Saturday new member orientations. Again, we always do questions at the end, but appreciate everybody for showing up, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Thank you all. And again, if you're a guest, there should be a button below this video, or you can just reach back out to the person who invited you and they will be happy to help you out. So I'm going to unmute the lines and we'll see you all.
Good night.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Nelson.
everybody.
Welcome to the new people
Appreciate
in
it.
SBA.
Great day.